Good evening, everyone. We will now begin the evening service of the Miroku Association headquarters, expressing our gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for blessings and protection received while participating in the construction of paradise on earth. Amatsu-Norito and Miroku Prayer, please stand. Taka amahara ni kamsumarimasu. Kamuromi kamuromi no mikoto mochite. Sumemi no ya kamu izana no mikoto. Tsukushi no bimuka no tachi hana no. Odo no awagi haragi misogi harai tamo utogi ni narimaseru. Harai dono o kami tachi moro moro no magagoto tsumi kegare o. Harai tamae kiyome tamae tomao tsukoto no yoshi o. Amatsu kami kuni tsukami ya o yorosu no kami tachi tomo ni are no fuji koma no mimi furitate te kikoshi meseto kashiko mimu maosu. Miroku o mikami maori tamae saki hae tamae. Miroku o mikami maori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Kun nagara tamachi haemase. Kun nagara tamachi haemase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we lead your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei.
Obrigado, Meishu-sama. Paz.
Johrei is now concluded. We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teachings. Art and beauty. People who love beauty and appreciate the world of art in all its forms are already living in a spiritual paradise. Those who do not appreciate the beauty of nature, the moon, snow, and flowers, and are not grateful for the kindness bestowed by others are on a low spiritual level. To enjoy spring's flowers and autumn's bright leaves is our way of expressing gratitude to God for his benevolence. Paradise may be called a world of art. Truly fine painting, sculpture, literature, music, and other forms of art and entertainment will flourish in the daylight age. Not only these, but all phases of living should be equally artistic, for art is an essential part of life. In essence, art must be based upon truth, beauty, and goodness. This principle extends to the body also. Illness, whether physical, mental, or spiritual, results when the art of living is violated. The channeling of the divine light, therefore, can truly be called an art. Health is the true state of being, the true condition of humanity. The fundamental requisite for the transformation into paradise on earth is the embodiment of truth, virtue, and beauty in every part of living.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining the evening service of the Miroku Association headquarters. The experience I would like to share with you this evening is from Cristina do Socorro Pinto Maia. She's from Braga, Portugal. When this worldwide pandemic purification by the new coronavirus started, Cristina was very sad and started to cry for anything and everything. She started to imagine a very difficult scenario in her daily life. She felt worried about everything: her family, herself, her job, the elderly woman she takes care of, her friends, and said about the suspension of meetings and dedications of the Johrei Center in Braga. To make matters worse, sometime later, her two children began to purify with sore throats and body pains, which made her even more concerned. This news of the pandemic was a real terror to her, and despite believing God and Meishu-sama, she was terrified. It is in these situations that she recognized that her faith is still really limited. Very distressed, she sought guidance from her ministers, who gave guidance from the headquarters of Portugal. That what we are going through is for the growth and evolution of all, and that it is time to truly commit ourselves to our basic practice of faith at home. Since then, she turned to the dedications and lost some of her fear. In addition to the morning and evening prayers that she does before her consecrated picture of Meishu-sama, she started to participate in the online morning and evening services of their headquarters. Christina intensified the channeling of Johrei to her children and the rest of her family. She began to read daily the teachings of God as revealed to Meishu-sama. She has read all the volume 3, and now she's starting the volume 1 of the teachings of Meishu-sama. With the daily continuity of these practices, everything started to improve in her life. Her children regained their health, and she became much more confident, strengthened, without fears. She is now very calm, exactly the opposite of what she felt weeks ago. Giving thanks for difficult things is still complicated for her, But thanks to this pandemic situation, she feels like she has grown in that direction. Her faith became strengthened. In addition to her monthly tithe, she materialized her gratitude to God and Meishu-sama through a special donation for this opportunity she had to grow in her faith. And another experience I want to share with you, this one is from Juliane da Silva Alves. She's from the Brotas Johrei Center in Bahia, Brazil. Juliane is 24 years old. And in 2018, she started to suffer from water blisters on her hands that itched a lot and seemed to burn. She couldn't do everyday tasks because her hands were sore when the blisters burst. In addition, when she was exposed to the sun, red plaques would appear that made itchy. Whenever she felt very uncomfortable, she tried to receive more Johrei at home, and she had some relief. However, later the purification returned. She went to a dermatologist who told her it was a problem linked to stress and anxiety. She took anti-allergy drugs, however, over time the medication stopped working. With that, she increased the dose, but the problem was not resolved. In April of this year, 2021, her purification was quite intense, and she met with her minister to seek for a guidance. The minister read to her Meishu-sama's teaching on the topic of toxins and recommended that she avoided processed foods and conventional chicken. Since she eats chicken practically every day, she started to buy our Korean brand, which is free from antibiotics. At the same time, she tried to consume organic fruits and vegetables. In addition, she went to the Johrei Center more often and received, on average, an hour of Johrei a day. Within a week of this change in attitude, she began to experience intestinal disarray and severe symptoms of sinusitis. This intense cleansing process took a few weeks. After that, she realized that there were no longer so many blisters on her hand, and she could walk exposed to the sun without having so many red plaques. Those that still may appear soon vanish, and her discomfort is much milder. With this experience, she truly witnessed the strength of Johrei and understood the importance of opting for a healthier, less industrialized diet with a minimum of chemical additives. When she started consuming products rich in vital energy, her body gained strength to eliminate the toxins that cause her purification, and little by little is approaching true health. Julian is so grateful to God for the opportunity to be guided by Meishu-sama's teachings and to be able to make the best choices for her life. Her goal is to maintain this change in habits so that she can increasingly achieve a balance between spiritual and physical and become a human being in line with the laws of nature. Thank you very much for attending this evening service, for listening to these wonderful faith experiences. Wish you a very wonderful evening. Thank you very much.
This brings to a conclusion our evening service. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and have a blessed evening.